Rearview Media and Remax leading edge realtor Sam Kane bring you conversations from the Parkbench with HandyPro president and founder Keith Paul. I'd like to thank you for taking the opportunity to let me interview you, and maybe you could start with what is the story behind HandyPro?
Sam, it's great to see you. We haven't seen each other many years, so it's great to shake your hand and then see that what you've been up to. HandyPro story. My wife and I started HandyPro 25 years ago. It's our 25th anniversary.
Congratulations.
So thank you. Yeah, we only do it by, you met some of the people, as you were coming in. We got a great team. But we started it because my wife's grandmother, Grandma Rissy, she was 82 years old, lives in Allen Park, and she was getting a kitchen remodeling project completed. And the contractor came in the middle of the project, said, "I apologize, but I underbid the cabinets." And then she said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He said, "It'll be $2,000 more." She wrote him a check for $2,000, gave it to him, never saw him again. And there are a lot of really good guys out there, and my wife and I were looking to start a business, and we said, what if we just started a business, like a handyman service, and just found and pre-screened, the good guys. And we hired our first contractor. It was October 7th, 1996. We started when we were 4.
Yeah, I bet.
So,
Sure.
Right, exactly. So that's how HandyPro started, and then we started to grow, and you and I met. You were in the financial field, and we needed finance help, and we started franchising, and now we have 10 offices around the country, HandyPro. So we franchise the business, and we are just having a blast, helping to change the world of people that, they're scared to bring somebody in their home, right? They're frustrated with finding somebody you can trust, and that's the problem that HandyPro solves.
So since I was in the finance world, obviously I've become a realtor, and one of the things that I've found, and in fact we just briefly chatted about it, there's a ton of people out there who've experienced something similar to your grandmother Rissy.
Hi, Rissy. Yes.
And that is contractors who oftentimes, I don't think they're even bad guys. I think they just get in over their head. I just think they have absolutely no idea what they're doing, because maybe they're really good technicians,
right,
but they're not businessmen. So tell me a little bit about how that piece, you've got a franchise, how that works.
I'm glad you brought that up. There's a lot of very good guys, and their not intent is not to rip you off, but what happens is it's very easy to do, because when you're in the contracting business, we got a lot of work, right? The economy is very good for us, and if you're not structured, it's easy to take on too much business. That's what HandyPro does, right? We kind of put structure around it. We have a 35-point checklist that we put each of our craftsmen through before we send them to a house, and that's the model that we have, put it in the business in the box and franchised. So that way, when a customer calls, they're hearing a live voice, or many of them, they can just book online. You can go to handypro.com and book your craftsman. You can see your craftsman's photo. You can see their background. So you know who's coming in your house, and you have peace of mind knowing that this guy is an honest guy and that they have a boss. Right? So if something goes wrong, they got a boss to call, and it gives them a lot of peace of mind that way. So, yeah, fun stuff.
So one of the other things you and I had chatted about, and I know is recently into the realtor business, I come across any number of buyers who want to buy a place, and they're a little bit hesitant because they don't know anybody who can fix some things up. And in the marketplace right now, if you're trying to buy the pristine finished home, you are going to pay a ton of money for that. So do you guys work with realtors in that kind of environment? And
all the time.
Okay.
And the reason that we get called, what we like to hope, is because they trust us, number one. But we can help them sell a house quicker and for more money. you know, and I know that, you know, a handyman special home is not going to sell as much as a pristine home. So they'll call us typically when they're going to sell a house and say, hey, listen, I got these 10 items, right? I got a hole in our drywall. The door over here is not working right. We need this room painted. And when you do that and they invest in it, then now you get people walking through, you're going to have higher offers and you're going to sell it faster. And we have a program for our realtors that they have a code, and every time that they refer somebody to HandyPro, they can actually create what's called loyalty points for their own home. Right?
Okay.
So you just do a referral to somebody and they use us, you know, it's all automated, yeah, they get to do it. But
Given my lack of skills, that's motivation for me to refer you guys
Right.
all over the place. A house I just sold down near Monroe, these folks got into it for a really good deal. Because the guy said, I'm just going to do this stuff.
Do it himself.
He could put that equity in. I can't do that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
My wife says, no, you can do that. No, I really can't do that.
Before
can
we
do
started the
accounting.
company, my wife used to call me Mr. Make It Worse. So I was right there. That's why we hired. I was with you.
It's not my skill set, and I fully acknowledge it. And
Right.
you know, hopefully, I have some other skill sets that I can bring into bringing value. So when we met some time ago, you were just sort of starting the franchise thing. How does that work? Because the other thing that I'm sure that you need, in addition to customers, is able-bodied folks who don't really know how to do that. Will be the next step. Are you? I saw on the wall you have a HandyPro University where
We do. In fact, that's it right there. It's HandyPro University. So
Okay.
that is our training that we put together that will two things. Number one, it trains our craftsmen, right? We hire experience. We just have to teach them what we call the HandyPro way. This is how we greet customers. This is our values. This is our mission. This is, you know, the part you play in a much bigger picture of the company. And this is why we do what we do. And this is a reason that we can't keep up with the phones, right? So because we create that demand on the way we do business. And we took that to the next level at HandyPro University to say, this is what our business in a box looks like. So, you know, professionals that are looking to start a business, they could come here. And just like you said earlier with the E-Myth, just because you're good with a hammer doesn't mean you're good at running a business. Just because you're a great cook doesn't mean you can run a great restaurant. Well, we teach people how to run a great restaurant, just doing it with a professional handyman service.
You know, and I think that's a critical thing. We are now in a culture where young people are being driven to going to university, and they have absolutely no idea why.
Right.
But getting a degree is so important, and the degrees they get don't translate into a lifestyle, but they have the debt associated with it. And there are more people, more young folks. I have some friends whose kids decided to go become electricians or go to do some other things.
Can make a great living, yeah.
Right. And we've sort of undersold the value of trades. We don't teach trades. And worse, we don't teach those people with trades how to monetize that trade, which is, I think, something that you really are trying to help along the line. So, you know, the value of your business isn't simply that you provide qualified, trained, and reputable handymen to customers. You provide an opportunity for skilled folks
to make a career. It's something they're passionate about already.
Do what they enjoy.
I mean, we were talking about our kids earlier, right? And that's all that we want for them. What is your passion? If you're going to do something 40, 50 hours a week, do something you love.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity, whatever that passion is, to follow that passion, make a living at it, and, you know, change the world as we want it changed, right?
That's been my mantra with my kids for a lot of years, is figure out what it is you love and then find a way to make money at it.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
You just gotta be able to do that. What else? I mean, you guys, I noticed when I was here, you guys do a lot of community related type things. Is that a major passion and focus for you guys?
Thank you for bringing that up. our president started something here back in 2007 called a HandyPro Give Back Day. And it's where our team just gets together one day a year and just goes out and does something. The company does it more than once a year, but it's called HandyPro Give Back Day. So we ask all of our franchisees, get all their team together, find somebody who's in need and go help. And it can be anything where we've taken food to people that were in need. We went and fixed up houses for people that were in need. We go with the premise that Henry Ford said. He said, if you're a business that is in existence just to make money, you're a poor business, right? It's because of the community that we're successful, Sam. And it's our job, our purpose to give back. And, it not only changes the people that we're helping, but our team. They're actually being a part of it. We don't pay them. They come volunteer. And our last one was a lady in Detroit who had a whole bunch of work done. And she couldn't even get up her ramp. So we went there and just fixed up the ramp and so forth. And I tell you what, I know I did, and I know our team did, got more out of it than the lady that we served. And she was amazing.
I found that to be universally true. So over the period of time when my kids were younger, I would get involved in a variety of things. Some of them to just help them see, the importance of participation in the community that you've got. And in every circumstance, it was more meaningful to me than it could have been to anyone else.
Thank you for saying
even
that.
In that way, because we're built for companionship. We're built for community.
Right.
We can isolate ourselves and we can operate in that way, but there's no joy there. The true joy comes in our ability to work with other folks, and if you're providing them something, it descends on you that greater joy. And what giving is far more meaningful than receiving.
Yeah, but it's so much harder to do. We got so much doing it every day. We forget that.
Right.
So thank you for recognizing that and saying that, because I couldn't say it better. Very well said.
Well, thank you. And is there anything else? Like, is there a key thing that you found in this that you want to share with folks?
A key thing. One of the things that we do to help others too. I don't know if you can see on our logo, but we have a little wheelchair here that we found a big need for aging in place, and what that means is, as I age and you don't age, you don't look a day younger than I saw you. But,
don't look a day younger.
We want to stay in our right, exactly. We want to stay in our home, so we've helped clients with a lot of aging in place, meaning like stair lifts and wheelchair ramps and grab bars. We do so many grab bars to keep people safe in their home, and we're doing a lot of it. The kids are calling us for mom and dad, to put that in there to make them safe too. So that's very rewarding as well. So
it's also funny that you say that, because you run into a lot of folks who get to a certain point and they can no longer take care of the home that they love. Right? They can't take care of the outdoors. They can't do the simple maintenance on the inside. And to find somebody who can help them with that would be key. In fact, that's really kind of, I think, the circumstance and that question I had asked you earlier about somebody to be able to do. But do you have, is there a way for people to reach out to you and to do that? Is that on your website?
Sure.
Or?
Yeah, we make it real easy to do business with HandyPro. You can call us at or go to handypro.com. Our phone number's there. Or you can go to handypro.com and you can book somebody from there. We have a app. It's called Trust Pro with a Z. Trust Pro with a Z instead of an S. And they can just book online. They can see prices. They can schedule. They can see your craftsman, answer a lot of questions that way too. Okay. So, or you send us an email, we'll call you.
Just final words you want to throw out?
Final words. My wife has a quote from I think Mahatma Gandhi or something: to be the change you want to see in the world. So,
amen to that. Amen to that. All right, fantastic. Thank you again, sir.
Sam, great to see you.
Great
Thank you for your time.
For more on HandyPro, visit handypro.com to learn more about the services that they provide, or to become a HandyPro craftsman yourself. Again, that's handypro.com.